it's still Friday, June 27th. I just wrapped up my Anatomy of a Song for Expatriate and my musical DNA for Rage Against the Machine, Sleep in the Fire. At this point, I would usually edit those videos and begin to do the process of uploading them and putting them on YouTube and Substack and Medium, LinkedIn, wherever else, Twitter, X. I'm still banned from Facebook. I'm still banned from Instagram, or I put it on there too. I just want to make sure I'm recording this because I forgot to hit record earlier. Alright. So I came up with this song in like 5-10 minutes. Purposefully, I wanted to write it as quickly as possible because you always hear those stories about the Goo Goo Dolls or other songwriters who write a song like in 5-10 minutes and it just ends, you know? You don't have to go months trying to perfect it or whatever. So that's what I wanted to do with this song because it's such a ridiculous type of song, especially for myself. I usually take a while to write songs. Could I write a catchy pop song that's meant to be on the radio in 5-10 minutes? So that was the whole purpose of this experiment. And I figured I should share it to see if it was successful or not. Was it a successful attempt to write a radio summertime song? Like, even remember that song, All the Little Kids with the Pumped Up Kicks, Foster the People? That was a big summer song, I think. Wanna run, I forget how it goes. All the little kids with the pumped up kicks, something like that. It's kind of a dark song. I think it's about like violence and shit, but it's such a happy, summery song. When you can have that upbeat summer pop where you just relax to it, but it's really a dark message. Like, I love stuff like that. It's cool. It's very cool to me to have people write songs like that. I don't know if this song is exactly like that. It's kind of about my frustration at this point in my life where I've worked so hard over the last 5 years on all my stuff, all my art, my songs, all my screenplays and other stuff, and digital, visual art. And it's like, yeah, you don't make any money from any of it. And it seems worthless. And is it worthless? Was this leading to something else so I can spend the rest of my life actually making these songs and shit? Am I going to get to that point? These are the thoughts in my head right now. And yeah, you could say it's egotistical to just think about your own fucking place in life. But when you live like a hermit like this, I don't leave my apartment more than like 3 hours a week. I leave my apartment for 3 hours to get food at Aldi, and then the rest of the week I don't leave this place. So it's tough to not become so self-involved. It's good and bad. It's good to live this introverted life when you're trying to produce so much writing and art, and it's bad because you become so self-involved, and it's a tough thing to get through. I try to balance that with exercise and other stuff to get my mind off of shit, but I haven't done it over the last few months. That's probably why I'm at this rut. But it's also, yeah, when you don't make money and you know your stuff is good, it just makes you feel like not even a hopelessness. It makes it feel like such a rigged fucking system. Because I know my stuff is good. I know I can produce good songs and stuff. And I just don't know how to do it and make a living from it. And it becomes just an endless frustration. And that's where this song came from, really. I didn't want to spend too much time coming up with the music for this. So I came up with kind of a simple... It's still in drop D. it's kind of going to be led by this simple bass line right now, at least. It might change in the future. Because why not? That's like the simplest you can get. There's another song I listened to this week by Chicano Batman. I like him. I like his style. Chicano Batman, Freedom is Free. If you listen to that song, that's the main groove that I'm trying to incorporate, because that's a summer song. You put that on having a barbecue or some shit, and yeah, you just groove and everyone's happy. Chicano Batman, Freedom is Free. Really good song. That album's really good. So maybe I'm trying to create an atmosphere like that. I like the simple quality of it, and because it's a simple pop song. That's the verse. You would just play that bass line and incorporate some chords. Then you go into the hook of this song. I think I was playing it up here. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language, they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, alright, like that's the simplest song I've probably ever tried to write. I don't know if this is the first time I've tried to make music for this song that I just came up with a couple days ago, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. So the verse goes like this. Wrote this song in 5 minutes. Now I'm rich without limits. I'll spend this summer delusional. Write a Tyler Durden musical. There's only 2 words in my, they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, as I'm doing this, now I realize there's a Beck influence and Cake, if you know the band Cake. That's kind of what the vocals remind me of. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language. I was playing it wrong. Apologies. Do, 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 do. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. There's only two words in my language, and they're money. Now, back to verse 2, or going to verse 2. Taste of blood and powdered dentures. Dreamt across country adventure. Stupid is as stupid does. But Forrest might have been a Nazi. Medicine, Western and doctored. Ads blocked to split the nocturne. Nostalgia forgets the failure. Hungry, hungry, hippos later. There's only two words in my language, and they're money. Now, I'm playing this wrong. There's only two words in my language, and they're money. That's it. Now, only two words in my language, and they're money. Now, now we get to the bridge. So it was verse 1 into that hook. That was verse 2 into the hook. And now we get into the bridge of this song. Most likely this would be like a 3-minute song. 3.5 minutes. 'Cause is that still a typical radio song? So let's play. I'm writing this bridge as I go because I didn't improvise it beforehand. There's only two words in my language, and they're money. Now, so let's write a bridge together because I don't know how to play the bridge yet. Restrict the lid of lunatics with chosen words to cue the feds, declaring war on my regrets with a pop song to raise the dead. It's gonna be something like that. I kind of like that first idea. It's pretty cool. Restrict the lid, lunatics, chosen words to cue the feds, declaring war on my regrets with a pop song to raise the dead. You can mix that up for people who play better bass guitar, make it more funky. But that's the simplest way I can play it, I guess. So there is a third verse after the bridge, you go back to now you're going into the last verse. Citizen must stay infected. Vote the tribe to chew the message. Some wars evolve, some crave attention, some try too hard, some play the backhand. Pee-wee's Playhouse turned cemetery. Bring your poor and spoiled veggies. Attack the heart with old illusions. A recipe for branding boomers. Generally, a social marking. Socially, a general stalking. Psyop stir the introspection. Anarchy without the gumption. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now. You could just end it there, I guess. The coolest part of this song is the goofy hook that I just came up with. And I've kind of been repeating this as a mantra, money now, or money today, but it works better with now. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money now. It sounds like a greedy song, but it's not promoting greed. It's more just my frustrations with not being able to make a living in my life right now, in terms of an income or anything. It's more along the lines of that. For people who do work hard and they find a path in life, but for some reason they're restricted from making a fucking living. It's a frustrated thing. So that's why I wrote this song. I had to get it out in some way. The feelings that I was having like this. And it's cool it came out like this because it's a very happy song. It reminds me of Cake more than anything now. Cake's a great band. I grew up with that. Going the Distance and all those songs. Frank Sinatra, great song. That's one of my favorite songs, actually, the Frank Sinatra song. That's just such a cool groove to it. If you don't know Cake, yeah, go check them out. They're a different type of band that had commercial success. I don't know if they're still together or not, but maybe that's where this influence came from. But I was listening to Biz Markie, and I got MIA in my head because I feel like those were summertime anthems. I wasn't around when Biz Markie came out in '89 or something. I was only like 8 years old, 9 years old, so yeah, I didn't know Biz Markie back then. But yeah, I like his album a lot. I listened to it. It's not on Spotify. I had to listen to it on YouTube. And it was good. Every song, really cool feeling to it. And speaking of summertime stuff, it reminded me of Sublime, 40 Ounces to Freedom, because it had a similar type of groove, almost like a dub, reggae dub, laid back, mellow type of beat. And I like that type. I don't know hip hop as well as other people, but I know what I like. When I hear something that just connects to me, it just connects. And Biz Markie had a cool way to flow and cool beats behind him. So I'm a pretty big fan of his. And whoever did his beats, I don't know if he did his own beats or not. That was, I forget the name of the album, but I just listened to it. But on Spotify, he does have like a greatest hits, Biz Markie, and that seemed to have most of his songs on there. But yeah, this song I would probably just call it Money Now to make it as simple and absurdly stupid as possible. it's something like that. I don't know what the bass line would be, but the bass line is the most important part of the song. It kind of leads the verse, and it connects the bridge to the chorus. It connects to the hook, the chorus, whatever, and it connects back to the verses at the end. So whatever bass line is used, it'll be something familiar, something similar to this one. I'm in drop D, so I could hit that. I'm losing you now. Whatever, it could be a variation of that. But yeah, it's mostly, now that I listen to it, maybe some Beck influence, but mostly like the mellow flavor of a band like Cake. If you don't know Cake, like I said, they're a different experience. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not very knowledgeable about their whole catalog, but they have a cool jazzy, laid-back feel, spoken word lyrics, and it's really enjoyable. They cover "I Will Survive." That was a big radio song, and "Going the Distance" still holds up with horns, great horn section. And yeah, go check out Cake if you don't know them. I'm going to post an article about this on my Substack and Medium, and I'll link some of the songs I'm discussing: Biz Markie, MIA, and Cake, maybe Beck, if I remember a Beck song that kind of inspired this. Maybe early Beck, where he was more into just spoken word stuff. But yeah, he makes some crazy catchy bass lines and stuff. But this is meant to be a radio song. Like, I wrote this specifically with, alright, this is my summertime anthem. And that's the best way I can describe it. This would be my summertime anthem. Like, very simple, 2 chords. Maybe you can mix it up like that. Let's try that out, see if it's more interesting. I'll sing the first verse in both ways. Wrote this song in 5 minutes. Now I'm rich without limits. You could do it like that, or you could do it. Wrote this song in 5 minutes. Now I'm rich without limits. I think I like that better because it makes it a little bit more varied. Spend the summer delusional. Write a Tyler Durden musical. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, as I was trying to sleep a couple nights ago, I was playing the song in my head to try to see what voices I could gather in my subconscious or whatever. And I kept thinking of Lou Reed, the background singers, to Walk on the Wild Side. I kind of hear like a background vocals like that. So that might work too. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money, 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 money. Now. You could get funky It's supposed to be a fun, loose, very laid back, mellow song. So, yeah, you want to have that flavor in there. Like, there's only two words in my language, and they're money, 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 money. Now, now, now. Whether you use an echo effect or your background singers, I like that better because it makes the song more fun. And I'm trying to display it the best I can. It's kind of funny, today I made 3 videos to try to get all my music out of the way, and they all kind of sound similar with this drop D tuning arrangement. I did expatriate. I don't even know how to say the title of my own song. Expatriate, right? That's what the word is. And I did Rage Against the Machine, Sleep in the Fire with the same drop D, kind of the same chords almost. And now I just came up with this one pretty much in 5 minutes. I just came up with some chords to add to it. Is this how the song would go? I don't know, but if it's a different key to suit someone who could sing it better than myself, maybe it will be a different key or a different tuning. I don't know, man. Yeah, you can get funky with different guitar stuff. But I just wanted to get the main blueprint out because I don't usually work like this where, I don't know, I was being lazy a couple days ago and this song popped in my head and I wrote it down and emailed it to myself. And I was like, well, that's kind of unusual. I should make a video showing the process of making it into a song. So that's how I came up with this. Basically, I would say I wrote this song in under an hour. From writing the lyrics, it took me about 10 to 15 minutes. From trying to perfect some of the melodies and what I did today, probably 20, 30 minutes in all. Is that usual for me? Nah, because I usually have to jam for a couple hours or throughout the week and then go back and listen to some of the stuff I jammed with and see if there's anything cool, and then I'll doubt myself. I'll be like, I can't write melody to this, and then there's no riff. I have to go search for another older audio file, find a riff. My process is not fun usually. It's effective, I think, because I was able to write so many songs like that. But it's not exactly a fun experience to do all that digging, combining audio files together. It's not fun, man. This is completely foreign to me. Just I'm frustrated with my life right now, so I keep chanting money today or money now, and the song just came to me like that. It's not usual though. I don't usually have the ability to write a song like this. Am I saying this song is good enough to be on the radio? I don't know. That's for other people who know commercial radio and know how to write pop songs, and that's all they do every day, all day. Try to write commercially viable music. I'm not putting it down. It's a skill I wish I had. I kind of feel like you need more, because I write songs based on music I like and based on artists I've loved throughout my life. I don't know how else to really say it. If to write like pop music, I don't know if I could do that. To write a song like Moves Like Jagger, or what was it called? Moves Like Jagger. You got them moves like Jagger. Like pop songs that are just so catchy. I'll go to Pharrell. Like, I love that Happy song when that came out. 'cause I'm happy. Like, to write a song like that takes a different dimension, and those people that can write songs like that are globally accessible, like everyone is going to enjoy this music. Even old Michael Jackson stuff, like, say what you want, but to term someone the king of pop, there was a reason. Like, he was accessible to so many different lovers of music in the 80s and 90s and even later on, I guess. But mainly in the 80s. Madonna, same thing. Like, they just dominated it because they wrote great pop songs, or they had people write them and they put their own spin on it. I don't know. I don't know how it works with some of these pop icons, but I know Michael Jackson was a pretty established songwriter. I'm sure he did stuff with Motown where he learned how to write songs and stuff. I watched that documentary about We Are the World, We Are the Children, and it showed Michael Jackson and I think Lionel Richie like writing the song together. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Is this a pop song? I think this is the poppiest that I can get personally. As a summertime, just laid back flavor, yeah. I think it works because it's so simple. Like, I don't think I'm stealing that from anybody. It's a pretty simple bass line. You could do weird harmonics. There's possibilities. People who know that how to craft a pop song, yeah, you could do. I was gonna say restoration, but you're not restoring this. You're just adding a polish, a gleam that makes it commercially accessible to so many people. I guess I compare this to the Foster the People song, because that song, I remember listening to it at work. It was always on the radio, Pumped Up Kicks, and you couldn't escape it. It was just so addicting. All the little kids at the pump, and it just stayed in your head. Is that a good pop song? I guess so. I like that song a lot. Even early MGMT stuff, and they're still good. But that first album just knocked me out. It was so catchy. Like, yeah, that's a perfect pop song. It just, I'm feeling those in the time of my life. That's the type of song that really gets me if I heard it on the radio. Even Tame Impala, some of their stuff that made it on the radio, it's just impossible not to groove to it, man. And that's kind of what I'm going for with this. It's kind of more mellow than any of those things, but and it's spoken word, so it is kind of easy to sing for myself. Wrote this song in 5 minutes. Now I'm rich without limits. I'll spend the summer delusional and write a Tyler Durden musical. The lyrics are ridiculous because I wrote this in 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes, whatever it was. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, that's where I hear the cake influence, I think. Oops. Taste of blood and powdered dentures. Dreamt the cross-country adventure. Stupid is as stupid does. The forest might have been a Nazi. I wrote that line because I had a funny stand-up routine that I was trying to come up with. And I was like, Forrest Gump might have been like a Nazi. He fought in Vietnam, like, against communists, which Nazis and communists tend to like to kill each other. He was named after a white supremacist, KKK person. I don't know. I was trying to make it funny, comparing Forrest Gump to a Nazi. And I forget what else I came up with. It was a failed thought experiment, but it was still kind of a funny concept. Medicine, Western and doctored, ads blocked, to split the nocturne, nostalgia, forgets the failure, hungry, hippos later. There's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, there's only 2 words in my language, and they're money. Now, the bridge could get weirder. Again, like you want background vocals. 2 words. Money. Just weird shit, like almost Weird Al Yankovic stuff. 2 words. Money. With like, I hear female background vocals, like I said, the Lou Reed, Walk on the Wild Side, which is another summertime song. Like, that's one of the best summertime songs. Take a walk on the wild side. Do 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 do. And yeah, they're great pop songs. That's one of the catchiest songs. You can't help but groove to that bass line. Do 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 do. Such a deep bass line. And so it's such a recognizable song. Like, you hear it, the first couple notes on the radio, you know it's a Lou Reed, Walk on the Wild Side. So when you get to the bridge part, restrict the lead, lunatics, chosen word to cue the fed, declaring war. All my regrets, pop song to raise the dead. You could put effects on those, some echo stuff, some weird harmonies and stuff. And then maybe some horns there too. I know you're not supposed to have like 4 or 5 minute radio songs, so it would have to be quick. With a pop song to raise the dead, then you put some weird discordant horns there. And then you get into verse 3 and you're done after that. So it's a simple song. I feel like if I went into a studio, I could record this song in like literally 20-30 minutes. Am I going to sing it perfectly? Probably not. But in terms of a song structure and how complicated it is, this is very easy. Citizen must stay infected. Vote the tribe to chew the message. Some wars evolve, some crave attention, some try too hard, some play the backhand. Pee-wee's Playhouse, turn cemetery, bring your poor and spoiled veggies, attack the heart with old illusions, a recipe for branding boomers, generally a social marking, socially a general stalking, psyop stir, the introspection, anarchy without the gumption. Yeah, I'm not singing it flawlessly here, of course. I don't know if I like the boomers line. I don't know if that really makes sense to me. Attack the heart with old illusions, a recipe for branding something. I'll change that line. I don't really like that line. And then it goes back to the hook one more time, and then maybe horns, some funky background singing, and you're done with it. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll have other videos like this going forward. This is more of a out of nowhere. I didn't plan to make this video. My Anatomy of a Song series and Musical DNA, I plan each week to pick a song and try to get familiar with it. But this is totally different animal where a song sparked and I just felt like I had to share it. So I'm going to title this my summertime anthem, and I'll call the song Money Now. And hopefully this is my radio song that finally makes me some money, because that would be cool. Somewhat ironic, it would be a song that I wrote in 5 minutes instead of these songs that took 20 years to share with people. So yeah, that's a cooler way to look at songwriting, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's all I can really say about this one. I'll try to come up with a better lyric than the one I came up with. And yeah, I'll leave the link to my Substack page later. And I'll link some of the songs I mentioned: Lou Reed, Cake, MIA, Bismarcky, and anything else I think of, Beck maybe, that kind of led me to this direction. I like spoken word stuff. It's kind of easier to sing for somebody like me, at least. And maybe it gives me more freedom to explore chords and melodies, because I'm never going to be able to belt stuff out. Or I don't want to say never, because you shouldn't limit yourself, but I have very little confidence in my vocal abilities, so it's more of do write songs that you think you can perform at this point, I guess. And I feel like I could perform this song if I practiced it enough and I got into the groove more. It's not that technical, it's not that complicated. It's using the same bass line, no modulation or anything. And where the song goes from here, I don't know. It could go anywhere, I guess. But that's it. Check out my Substack page and you could read more about how this song formed and go listen to some music.